So the first thing I do is I set this just a little bit thicker than the material here, because I don't want to have to sand all of this or cut all of this to make the finger joints match. I'd rather just be able to take off the end of the finger joints and make them match. So that's the first thing that I do, is I set the blade just a little deeper, and then I'll show you how to stack these up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch that. But before I start, I'm going to definitely make sure that these guys are clamped together. Facing this way for another reason, because I can just move this board over and keep it from splitting out, but I can see what I'm setting onto. Usually you got to bend over and look at the finger over here, and you only got so many bend overs in your life. I wouldn't be wasting them on finger joints. Now just flip it over. And it looks good. It's held down. Doing the side pieces, all 4 of them at once, as long as the reach back here is far enough for that to go through. Finger joints, you know what all this is about. So I'm going to seat those, get that seated, and then we're off to the races. I like having this finger facing me because I've got a good view of what's going on in front of me here, and I do not like that you have to bend over all the time to look at that finger and set it, and then after you run something tall, you can't run anything shorter than that ever again, because it's going to tear out. When you're setting your finger, you run this blade across here with a dial indicator. You measure the width of that. You move double that width over with this board coming that direction, seat it and clamp it, and then you're going to cut that, and that seats this. You have a little bit of play in that. As long as I'm not coming this direction off the finger, the little play is not going to change much on this. This is the point where you have to have the correct height to keep the chip up from going. So I will then. That is a nice fit. You don't have to bend over. Hey, thanks. This is Coach Maine. You know, there's a lot of videos on Coach Maine on YouTube, and go check them out. I like putting out things like this also.